I've been hearing this talking point a lot recently about people saying that the Mafiathon 3 isn't living up to expectations or that the Mafiathon 2 was a lot better. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Mafiathon 3 is a lot more formulaic than the second one. The second one seemed like a little more organic, where things just kind of happened, and then it was like, oh, y'all like Mafia? Okay, we're gonna continue doing Mafia. Whereas with like Mafiathon 3, it's like they just spamming Mafia every single day. It's kind of like the same day, but remixed a little bit. You know what I mean? Where it'd be like Kai wakes up, he'll go to the gym, and then he'll go. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the same routine. I think, bro. I think it was kind of like that in the beginning, but like after Marlon Wayans got on, I think things turned up a little bit. But then again, bro, we're also at a time where it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, we're in a time where it's like, you have to do the absolute most to hold viewers' attentions. This is what happens with this whole fucking ADHD dopamine shit. When you build your content on what you're doing and you've done all the crazy shit and there's nothing else for you to do, it's kind of, you know what I mean? That's why Kai is like, all right, after this one, I'm not doing anything because there's nothing else to do. He'll have done it all. You know what I mean? And I think this whole like ADHD, IRL charge, doing the absolute most for content, clip farming, I think it's gonna die out, and the people that are really gonna be the ones to win are the people with like real personalities that are naturally funny that don't need anything to go on. Look at Queso. He's kind of like the precursor to all this shit. I think it's gonna be more Quesos running around, and I think things will just reset. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie, the
I think a lot of people who got into streaming, they just wanted to be Kai, bro.
thing that that's Kai doing right now, that's boring as fuck. And y'all be saying DDG boring. DDG is not boring. Kai is boring as fuck.
Mafiathon 3 is not giving what I needed to give.
You know what's it's crazy because it's like it's so Kai introduced an entirely different audience, an entirely new audience to streaming, and it's like, yeah, it's so many new people, but at the same time, it's so many new people. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck were you expecting?
Like, I don't want to watch Kai be a celebrity. I want to watch Kai be Kai.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the reason
No, that was real. It's starting to be the authenticity and the relatability. Once you lose that relatability, it's like, damn.
Mafiathon or Kai's Sinat little stream is not going off how it should is because streaming is becoming oversaturated and it's like it's not entertaining no more. That's why I don't watch no streamers because it's like, why would I sit there on my phone or TV or whatever watching a regular person, regular human being for 24 hours?
For the most part, you can tell who's the genuine guest, like Marlon, Ray J,
Yes.
etc. But for the rest of them,
Yeah, they all there to just plug their shit.
oh, they all up there trying to promote what they got going on, bro. Kai, get the guests out of here. They're trying to promote.
Kai Cenat is looking.
I feel like when you start with the promotion, it kind of it gets rid of the immersion, bro. Coming in, hey guys, yeah, I got this album. How you doing today? Oh, I'm good, man. I just been promoting my album. Oh yeah, so you want to play Mafia? Nah, I'm here for the album, bro. I don't like that shit either. I'm not gonna lie.
Impossible in this year's version of Mafiathon, his take on what a subathon is. And on the way, people have been very critical about the stuff that's being placed onto screen for them to view. Now, there's a growing sentiment that the streaming bubble is going to burst. We've covered it on this channel before. And that does mean that Kai Cenat may be susceptible to some of the same things that we claimed other streamers are going through in 2025. There's conversations about lack of energy from the Clover Boys, that the celebrities are on the stream and they aren't doing a darn thing, that begging for subs is not necessarily the route to go, and that overall there's just a general fatigue of these big overproduced streams.
I've seen no good clips of the Mafiathon. And it's actually like I've seen maybe like the Jonas Brothers, cool, Marlon Wayne, cool, but like other clips it's just straight chaos, straight yelling at each other, straight crashing out, Kai being upset about the outcome of everything. Like I just keep seeing little clips of like crash outs, them just yelling at each other for no reason, Kai being upset, aggravated, and his energy is just not the same as the other Mafiathons. Like his energy is just giving like wrap this shit up right now.
Let's take a look at some of the people
Wrap this shit up right now is crazy.
Complaints and see if we can find out if Mafiathon 3 is a failure and if this is an indication as to what is going on in the WL.
I wanted the stream to be Nizzy. That's real. That's fucking real, bro. It's not dry. It's because it's centered around money. I mean, somebody got to pay for that damn house. Somebody had to pay for that damn house, and somebody had to pay for all those flights that everybody came on, bro. You got to get that ROI, you feel me?
Black side of streaming going forward into the future. I think one of the main problems that people are having in this conversation is that they were so ramped up off of the high of Kai's past streams, and they're using that as a comparison tool for what's to come into the future. I'm a numbers man, and when I
think, bro, around April, May was kind of when everything was at like an all-time high, and I think like a month ago, shit really peaked. You know what I mean? I think things peaked, and now we're kind of on the downside of everything, bro. I feel like a lot of the people that I watch, they don't do the I don't really watch people that do the over-the-top shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I fuck with Kai, because he's Kai, but at the same time, like, I don't know, for me, I really watch, like, I've been watching Queso, I've been, like, watching Moist Critical. Those are kind of, like, the creators that I watch. You know what I mean? I've even been watching some political people, bro, recently. Cause I don't know, I feel like the high energy ADHD shit, it's good for kids, but if you grown, not really.
pull up the charts, it seems as though Kai is either on pace or even outpacing his past streams over the last
he is. He's still, of course.
years, like comparing it to Mafiathon 2. So if the numbers are there, it has to be something greater. Maybe it's a quality problem. Maybe that's what people are saying.
Now, I don't be in your streams 24/7. Nowhere do I really even be in them bitches. I just be...
You did, that's it. There's no point to even watch that. I don't be in the stream. So what the fuck are you talking? Like, the internet is like, some people just want to, you just talking to talk. Okay, so if you don't watch it, right? Then what the fuck are you talking about? That's like saying, oh yeah, I didn't eat this food, but it's ass. Why are we putting bro, come on, why are we putting this video up?
Seeing clips, but everybody saying your shit look the same because of the clips. Kai said not mad at Reggie. Rakai did something crazy. It's the same shit over and over.
When it comes to the quality of the stream, there's been an ongoing conversation about who Kai has featured on his streams. There's two separate paths to go into this conversation. One, there is a guest issue. Everybody's starting to understand that Kai Cenat is a big name, big face in all of social media, all of mainstream.
They get to pull up and have 100,000 active people watching them. They get to see immediate feedback. And then everything gets repurposed in real time on TikTok and on YouTube. Duh. Of course, they know. That's millions upon millions of views. That's an amazing money ploy.
Media, all of these communities. And to be honest with you, he is a perfect place and space for you to get an ad off. Whether it's music, whether it's a movie that you're working on, whatever production or project that you have going on, it is a great place for you to go to, get a lot of views, and ultimately promote your brand. But that kind of takes away from what people thought was the genuineness of the guest.
This Mafiathon ain't really hidden. It feels like the last Mafiathon, but a remix. The first one, yeah, they had celebrities come in, but now it feels like everybody's coming in for like a promo run. Like, it's people that like, they come and then they drop something like right when they show up. You know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? It kills the immersion.
Like, I understand people got things to sell, but it feels like they're coming on Kai's stream to literally just sell something, and that's kind of alarming to me. I'm not jacking it. It feels like they're just using it.
Now, Kai has become the person that you kind of have to come and sit down with if you want to enter the streaming world, if you kind of want to get lit, if you want people to see your face, if you got a project going on. And I feel like it's kind of translating, especially because a lot of the people that are showing up are only there for maybe 30 to 45 minutes at a time.
Now, bro, do you remember when Kim K was on? She was on so fast. A lot of these guests are on like super quick. It wasn't like that the first time around. I'm not gonna lie. That was crazy, bro. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie. My favorite day was Marlon Wayans. That day, I don't think there'll be another day that can top that, because him and Kaylani, they were there the entire day. And they weren't, oh, I'm just here. You know, Marlon, he was genuinely like connecting with Kai. He was giving him his credit. He wanted to really immerse himself and really understand shit. Same thing with Kaylani. She even spun back. And then he brought up, okay, I got a movie coming. You know what I mean? And so it's like, oh, okay, we fuck with you. Like, okay, we will see. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. That was the reason why I went and saw him. I'm gonna keep it above. That's why I went and saw that movie. Was because I fucked with Marlon Wayans. You know what I mean? He didn't lead with that.
Times in which the blend can be made and it actually fit pretty well. Like when Marlon Wayans came on, it was a very funny and interactive moment. One that I think a lot of people like the clips from. But he was also putting out some sort of project. It kind of made sense. He had a project, he's funny, they had a genuine blend and bond, and it went together. Then there seems to be sometimes where there's a random celebrity that comes on and really they just have no purpose to be in there, but Kai just genuinely finds them funny, or the space is kind of funny. Kind of like Ray J or whatever. And this is very foundational.
Ray J been showing love. I don't like that he's doing the Diddy shit. I don't like that shit. Him being the Diddy guy walking around bricked up, that shit is weird. But him showing Kai love, I respect that.
For streaming and content creation. Content creation and streaming and YouTube videos, Instagram, all that stuff is supposed to be this genuine and authentic conversation between people. You know, it almost feels like there's this community going on.
See, that's the thing. That's the reason why YouTube died, is because it stopped being about the viewer and it started being about the algorithm. And I'm going to say it, Mr. Beast ruined YouTube. There's a literal phrase for it. It's called the Mr. Beastification of YouTube. So it stopped being about, being chill and, funny cat videos and being like a personality. And it started to be about fast-paced cuts. It started to be about you're hooked. You're hooked. How are you going to hook the viewer in? Your watch time, your click-through rate, making sure that every time you upload a video, it says 1 out of 10 on your YouTube dashboard. You get what I'm saying? And the moment where everybody kind of followed suit was Mr. B started to appear on podcasts, and he would give game of how he came up and things that he does. And so people are like, okay, so if Mr. Beast is doing it, I need to do it. And they just started copying him. They didn't just take bits and pieces of it and like adapt it into their own shit. No, they just became Mr. Beast. So then YouTube became corporate. The audience kind of shifted, and that's why a bunch of the YouTubers just they started to move into streaming, because you could be a lot more authentic, you could show your personality. But now it's kind of gotten to a point where it's inauthentic, everybody's competing with one another, people are having to do the absolute most just for people to watch. The audience has ADHD and fucking brain rot, and their comprehension skills are in the fucking dirt. So if you're not constantly stimulating them, they're not gonna fucking watch. And it stopped being about personality, bro. I feel like we're at a shift right now where, like, things are going to shift and it's going to go back to the way that it was. Because people, it's like a Libra scale. It tips to the high produced shit, and then eventually it tips back into the more raw, personable content. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, that's why I respect people like Queso and Joe Bartolozzi and Moist Critical, and shout out C-Ross TV, and who else? There's a lot of people that I've been watching recently that I just really like what they've been doing, and they don't have to do too much. Like, the people who are really going to come up in this next era are going to be the people with like legitimate personalities, the people who aren't, I'm Dante, I fuck with Dante. He's been doing this shit for a long time. But it's going to be the people who, like, it's not going to be about being the most energetic. It's not going to be about being the most crazy. It's going to be about being the most relatable. It's going to be about, being a genuine person and like not having an ego. A lot of these people have egos. It's like, bro, you should not have an ego. You're literally a regular person. You're a live streamer. I hate the fact that people have, like, hey, I seen the vision since day one and I supported it, but a lot of people really took this idea of like being a streamer a little too far. They kind of take it a little too seriously, to where it's like, you're not a rapper, you're not this actor, you're not this huge celebrity, bro. You're like, you're a streamer. So why the fuck do you have an ego? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these content creators lost the fucking plot, and they feel like on Monday they got to play a 1v1 against LeBron James. Tuesday they got to fly to Turkey. Wednesday they got to fly to fucking South Africa. Thursday they got to go to Paris Fashion Week and then walk the runway. Friday they got to, you know what I mean? They got to go work out with fucking C-Bum. And then Saturday they jump a fucking plane. Sunday they start all over again. And they do the next crazy thing. And it's like, bro, you don't have to do that, bro. You just, like, it's like I've gotten in so many debates ever since July. Like, I've really felt the fatigue of this shit. And it's like I got in so many debates with people, bro. And a lot of these people, they think they have to do this high dopamine, high energy content. And a lot of those people, they're not going to be around in a year. They're just chasing the rush. They're chasing what comes with this shit and not the love of it. And this is not the place where you can do that. You know what I mean?
Parasocial effect. It doesn't seem like this overproduced, pay-to-win type of program like major network news, television.
You got streamers walking around with $30,000 backpacks with $1,000 data plan so that they never lag. You know what I mean? They got cameramen, full-blown editors, and all this shit. This shit is crazy. It is pay-to-win.
Shows, etc., etc. So I think a lot of people have problems when fourth walls are being broken down, or when it lacks a little bit of authenticity in that regard.
That's
like
everything.
When you go on the Jennifer Hudson show or whatever the case may be. Now I get why somebody.
I mean, I see Kai, like, I don't even see Kai as a streamer anymore. I see him more as like almost like a late night TV host. I see him like Jimmy Fallon, like the new age Jimmy Fallon or the new age Jimmy Kimmel. You never know who's going to be there. You never know who he's interviewing or who he's existing with. I don't see him as a regular influencer anymore. I see him as like a legitimate celebrity. You know what I mean? He just takes the bits and pieces and this like, he's just the new age version. That's the way I see it. What the fuck? Did I close out this shit? Wait, does this close tabs out? Hold on, does this close out tabs? Where's my shit? Oh my god, bro. Hold on, let me pull this shit back up. My god, man, that shit just made me mad, bro.
Get why somebody would do it, but it takes away from, you know, being in a room, taking the hot chip challenge, and I feel like I'm connecting with you because you're doing it too. I think another big problem that people are observing is not just the celebrities that are on the stream, but his friend group that is on the stream. I saw a note about there being a lack of AMP, which I understand that they have a lot of.
I mean, they just did AMP Summer. They just did AMP Summer, bro.
Stuff going on. That's one of his groups, but he does have the Clover Boys. And we've covered it before.
That's the point. Yeah, the Clover Boys were there to support Kai because streaming every single day, 30 days, nonstop, segment, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna get burnt out. The point of the Clover Boys being there is to provide that support and kind of take that load off Kai so he can chill a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did in Mafiathon 2. That's why it worked so well.
Iteration of the Clover Boys seems a little bit different. It just, I don't know.
They're comfortable. They're all getting money. Because, bro, the Kai Cenat cosign is gold. Ray got 1 million followers. Rakai got 1 million followers. Punga and Dez are getting money. Tylil got 1 million followers. They're making bread. It's not do or die anymore. Like, your bills got to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just a lot.
Give it that follow.
90% of the time, it feels like Kai's babysitting his friends, little-eyed.
I mean, he's having to remind them, like, yo, like, this is... See, you got to understand, they don't see it the way he sees it. They're just like, oh, okay, like, I'm just here. You know what I mean? But for Kai, this is legitimately his... You know what I mean? This is legitimately his craft, his legacy, like his reputation on the line. They just see it as a vacation. Why don't they have AMP on there? Bro, AMP, they're not Kai's side characters. AMP, everybody has their own shit going on. Agent has his own shit going on. Duke has his own shit going on. Chris Next Door has his own shit. Davis has his own shit. Phantom has his own shit. Do you get what I'm saying? Everybody has their own schedule. Everything that they do, they have their own teams. They have their own assistants. They're not just going to follow Kai around the entire time. Duke is going to end up being there. He's going to spend some time with Kai. Agent was just there. Phantom is probably going to end up being there. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own life. They're not the side characters. The Clover Boys are the side characters. You feel what I'm saying? And the only two people that I really see that are providing like real support, Rakai is providing a little bit of support. I would say he's number 3, right? Number 2, I'm putting Tylil. Tylil, he's always going to be Kai's right-hand man. He's always going to unconditionally support him no matter what. That's just an all-around solid guy, right? He's a very empathetic dude, and he goes above and beyond for his friends. And then number 1, Tota, bro. Tota, he's the newcomer. He has something to prove. He's hungry. That's why I've seen the most amount of clips of literally him, because he's hungry. You know what I mean? When this shit is over, it's back to the favela, back to Brazil, back to your life over there. No more America. I love America, bro. You are the best, bro. It's none of that. Back home. You feel me? He's the one who knows, like, I really gotta grind. Like, I'm here to work. Like, I'm really here to. I don't want to go back. You know what I mean? But I feel like everybody else, they already stamped. It's like Ray, he's gonna go to the Clover House. Rakai is going to the Clover House. Punga and Dez are going to the Clover House. You know what I'm saying? Things are different now.
Group of people, but they all can't get their act together. Somebody's either fighting, somebody's crashing out, somebody's beefing.
I feel like at this point, Kai should just like kick them out because you spoke to Ray how many times? Everybody else want to sleep. Everybody else want to get high. Reggie got a health issue. Just send them all home.
Now I've covered the Clover Boys before.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this. Send them home. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Well, I say bring some new people in. Fuck it.
In a previous video, and there's been a couple incidents that have definitely happened.
I mean, they all still in the same group, shit. But yeah, bring some other people in. Fuck it.
Scratching their head. You know, the fight that they went on with the whole Dez and Rakai situation, where Dez literally dropped a slur, almost getting Kai Cenat clapped off of the platform, and then their sudden addiction to weed that's just taking over their whole lives. But now.
That's not an addiction, bro. I mean, it is an addiction, but at the same time, it's like, there are some people, bro, that shit is just a part of their personality. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Like, there's some people, that's all they do. Like, that shit is what keeps them calm. You know what I mean? Some people, bro, some people like caffeine. Some people like fucking getting high.
Now today there's a new thing. There's a lack of energy in the vicinity that the Clover Boys are in, and it's even being noticed by Kai Cenat himself.
If you don't want to do it, Ray, if you deadass don't want to do it and you want to sleep, then go sleep. I'm gonna go find somebody else. I'm gonna just find people that want to do it. That's what I'm gonna do. If that's what you want, if you want to do,
deadass, bro. You know how many people will be fiending to go?
Because that's how you moving. You feel me? And I'm not gonna say no. I have no hard feelings. But if that's what you want to do,
shit. I'm not gonna lie. When Arky and Yugi were there, that shit was like a breath of fresh air. Bring back Arky, bring back Yugi, bring Corey, and I think those are the three. I'm not gonna lie. Lock in those guys. They good. Those are the three.
I can beat it.
Only thing wrong
like
with
to provide support.
Kai's Mafiathon 3 is the fact that everybody is not like engaged. I just feel like throughout the whole thing, you feel me, with Mafiathon 2, everybody did everything. So like with every
segment, and it was a good vibe too. Like the guests who came over, like that was Kai's whole appeal. Like I don't want to leave his house. Like I want to go spend the night at Kai's crib. You know,
everybody was there. I feel like this one, like obviously Reggie's sick, and I guess other people get sleepy, but like
Reggie had his moments though. I'm not gonna lie, he's funny as fuck. People don't get Reggie's humor, cause I don't know, bro. Like he's just like from Baltimore. Like literally, I don't know. He just reminds me of somebody that like he'll just Joan. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll just like roast you at the fucking lunch table. Like that's the kind of humor he got. I fuck with Reggie.
When celebrities come, nobody be there. Like
this one can be chalked up to internal issues. Now, I definitely can't solve this, and this is ultimately a very, very big commitment. But everybody should know what's at stake here. I mentioned it in the Clover Boys
facts
videos, but a lot of their revenue is still tied to Kai Cenat. So if you do have to put up with this for 30 days, albeit an extremely hard task, I think it goes very much under the radar how hard this is. This is an extremely hard task, but you do have to perform. Otherwise, I don't know, being expelled from this type of community.
Yeah, you lock in for 30 days. You don't even have to, the funny thing is, you don't even have to do too much. All they need to do is just like when Kai needs you, because for the most of the day, he doesn't really need them. He'll bring on like the first guest of the day or whatever, or he'll have his activities that he does. All you got to do is like be there to work out, be there when he needs you. Like literally when he calls you up, you there, and just bring the energy, just support.
Community is not very forgiving, to be quite honest with you. We've seen streamers fall off because they did not take things seriously at the time, and it ultimately backfired on them in the long run. Now, one of the elephants in the room to be addressed, and
I'm sorry to break it to you, gang, Kai is stamped. There is no fall off. There is no Kai fall off. Kai will never fall off.
Probably might not like my opinion on this, but this conversation about Kai Cenat having Mafiathon 3 really be Begathon 3.
I ain't gonna lie, we can literally go for 500,000 right now. Deals. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If they hit 500K right now, sleep outside.
500K right now, we will sleep outside.
Water beds, nigga. 500K. Oh my God, water beds.
Bro, Kai is fuck. Yo, just wrap up this Subathon now, bro. Nah. He's getting desperate, bro. He's getting desperate. He knows this is the worst subathon ever. I ain't gonna lie. The first subathon, that shit hit different. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yo, Kai, bro. Wrap it up, bro. Wrap it up, bro. This is just a begathon at this point, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
Now, I generally don't like this sentiment. And
I don't like that shit either. It's a subathon. The point of the subathon is to generate subs. If I was Kai, I'm doing 3 roll calls a day. Fuck you mean? Wake up in the morning. Yo, thank you for the 5 gifted. Yo, so-and-so, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Thank you for the 30 gifted. Thank you for the... I'm doing that shit 3 times a day. Dummy man. I got a man. I'm color man. I'm doing that little dance. I'm dancing with the gang. Boom. Let the subs come natural. I'm not gonna lie. It's a subathon. It's a subathon. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're new. Subathon. Subathon. I feel like the only thing is for each sub goal though, he gotta have like each thing laid out though. I think that's the only thing. Like he gotta incentivize people to like, if this shit happens, this is what you're gonna do, and you just have like crazy shit for every X amount. Like maybe like every 10,000 subs, you gotta do some crazy shit. You know what I mean? But it's a subathon. That's the whole point of it, is to give crazy content, but you also have to get the subs in return. You know what I mean?
Investigated where it all originated from.
It's just like, this is exactly what I'm talking about, bro. It's amazing that there's so many new people, but then again, it's a lot of new people who don't get this shit. Y'all are casuals. Kai wasn't the person who invented a subathon. Subathon's been a thing way before Kai. People have been doing them all the time. It's just that Kai, when he does this shit, it's on a completely different level. I'm not gonna lie though, I feel like I feel like this is the best way I could say it. We are exiting one content era and we're entering another one, right? And I feel like Kai, he intentionally did his subathon now right towards the tail end of this shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, let me get this off, and then we head into this new era of content, because he said, like, he's gonna start a production company in the next few years, bros. I don't even think bro's gonna be streaming like that. I think he'll pop in every once in a while. He'll probably, I see Kai going Hollywood. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I see him just doing this shit for the legacy, and then he pivots into something else. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, the over-the-top, overproduced content is kind of reached its point. Like, we're entering a new era. And it's been like that since July. Going Hollywood, he's gonna go to Hollywood.
At a certain point in time in the Mafiathon, the timer started to dwindle low. Now
he's probably gonna be a part of major projects. He's probably gonna be a part of Scary Movie 6, and then he's gonna take other gigs. And you already see he's with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, he kind of put his hand on Kai's shoulder and Drewski's shoulder, and he's kind of mentoring these guys, and he's preparing them to enter the entertainment industry on their own terms. He's already Hollywood, no. He's not Hollywood. You could say he's Hollywood, but I'm saying in terms of production. I'm saying in terms of like acting. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying in terms of what's good out of follow. I'm saying in terms of like movies and shows and short films. Like, that's what I'm saying, not streaming. You know what I mean?
Something that I've never seen before, and it can also be seen as an indictment as to what's going on with Kai Cenat and the whole Mafiathon experiment this go around.
Yeah, I don't see bro streaming in 2 years. Like, and I mean like I see him streaming, but not consistently streaming. Like, you're rarely gonna see him. He's gonna be like, he'll be on to just tell everybody about his life and give updates to shit.
Like, normally, I've never seen a streamer's timer go low and they had to cancel it. But in order to continue for the stream to go on, Kai Cenat had to pull in some tactics, you know, some big brain level tactics in order to get the ball rolling.
I'm matching subs right now. I owe y'all 1,500 out of what? 6,000. We almost there. I gave y'all 10 minutes for subs, and I had to match y'all. Welcome to Steals and Deals. Doing it in 5, 4.
I mean, he's getting creative.
3.
Why would he just naturally let his shit die?
2, 1. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. We are at the final
That's
hour.
a fucking infinite money glitch. Hold on, what did he do? All right, y'all. Steals and Deals. Let's get it. What did he put? All right, y'all. Steals and Deals. You ready? All right. Let's go. Let's go. See how many subs start flying in right now. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh. No subs? Not one? Alright, damn. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Of the subathon, technically not the final hour of the subathon. This ends at day 30 if the timer goes off. If that timer hits 0, I'm repeating to everybody. If that timer hits 0, chat, the stream ends. But if it don't hit 0, it continues. Each sub is 3 seconds, but y'all about to use a power hour, which for a whole entire hour, the seconds of a sub are doubled.
And he's had to introduce those tactics multiple times throughout the stream in order to extend the length of how long the subathon goes, which again, a lot of people would look into and say, yo, this is a testament as to it going down. This feels like he's begging. This feels like et cetera, et cetera. I think that this is just an indictment on streaming culture as a whole.
That's what I'm saying. There's a whole lot of new people who don't know how this shit works.
Crux of a lot of it is quote unquote begging culture, quote unquote. He's a lot.
Bro, it's not begging. It's like this shit just runs on crowdfunding, bro. Like, yeah, you're gonna get money from ads and shit too, but how many ads can you run to pay for a house like that? How many ads can you run to pay for everybody's fucking bills to come to the fucking Mafiathon? Let's keep it a buck.
Live entertainer. This goes to a good cause. And ultimately, if you have an issue with just like the general notion of donating to a streamer as a whole, I think that that's perfectly fine. But I wouldn't overall, you know, say that this whole thing is a begathon, because if that theory exists, then isn't every subathon a begathon? I think one of the biggest indictments and criticism that I have, and these
wouldn't
are
it be every stream is a begathon? If that's the case, right?
My personal beliefs, the other ones were, you know, those of others, is that there is an authenticity problem when it comes to streaming. And I think that once you veer away from that, especially when it comes to content creation, you run into this issue where people are not feeling connected with the content creator anymore, which is the reason why they consumed you. It's the reason why they cut the cords. It's the reason why they turned off cable TV, is because everything felt inauthentic, overproduced. It felt like a television show. It was ultimately a big place for ads just to be. But the closer and closer you move to that as a content creator, you start to lose that audience that did ultimately gravitate towards that.
That felt like a big sleepover with him and all of AMP, right? You'd always see Duke getting full, Phantom doing his Phantom text every time. I like putting his streams in the background as I work. And those streams kind of reminded me of just the times when I would have sleepovers with my friends. Just do stupid shit back when I was his age, right? So I just feel like those are just some fun times.
Now, would I say as an overall Mafiathon 3 is a failure? No. To be quite honest with you, Kai Cenat is still going and is still on pace to do 1 million subs or whatever his ultimate goal is. It could be plus, you know, viewership, plus followership, plus all these different things. He's on pace to do all those things. And to be honest with you, one way or not, he's gonna get it. I think that people can recognize and probably should be okay with the fact that they might have grown out of some sort of content and maybe that's not for them. But to do the whole like sweeping indictment thing, that's where I kind of probably draw the line. Because for the most part, I feel like this is just a higher produced version of the previous ones, which is ultimately the end goal. I think that a lot of content creators start doing content for a couple different reasons, but probably one of the main ones is that they saw something on a big screen and want to replicate it for themselves. And
now, he really is the Mr. Beast of streaming. I'm not gonna lie, he gets that treatment.
Capital and ability through brands and sponsorships. If Kai can pull that off, if Duke can pull that off, if I can pull that off, if any content creator can pull that off, they're most likely gonna pull that trigger. But do I think that this means that Kai Cenat
what the fuck is he talking about?
Streaming as a whole is void of criticism? Absolutely not. I think we have set a dangerous precedent, and this is probably the peak and the pinnacle of what people have been talking about for a long time. And there is a level of streaming fatigue that is just not talked about. I've covered it in another video.
Bro, why is everybody spamming that word? Fatigue, this fatigue, that fatigue. Oh my god, that's like the buzzword of Q3 of fucking 2025. I'm tired of hearing that word.
Yeah, so I'm not going to belabor the point here, but there's a mix of a bunch of different problems.
I think people are just tired of people being inauthentic.
That is plaguing the streaming community, and it's all coming to head right now. I do wonder what's going to happen in the future subathons. I think FaZe has one coming up next month, and
I don't know. I don't think that's going to hit the same either.
Events to proceed this, but it seems like a lot of people are looking to get more grounded with their communities, get into more niche and different spaces, because doing the same things that they've been doing for the past 2 to 3 years has been deemed as burnt out. And I think a lot of people from the viewer side and honestly from the creator side are honestly tired of it. It's starting to feel more like a job and us watching a
that's exactly, oh my god. That is exactly what that type of content is. Do you think any of those creators that do that over the top, highly produced content, do you genuinely think they like it? Even Speed said his mental health is bad. Nobody likes doing that shit. I'm telling you, that shit feels like a job. Do you remember when I was doing the IRL streams for a little bit? That's how I felt. I was not happy. That shit is ass. Desktop is where it's at. And just being authentic is where it's at. You don't have to be doing the absolute crazy shit. You don't have to be anybody that you're not. If you just be yourself, that's literally enough. And that's what I try to tell people, bro. But like I said, I told you, man, I got in so many debates about this shit. People feel like you have to do this to come up. You don't have to do this shit. It's really burnt. It's really on the way out.
Television show, as opposed to, you know, just kicking back with a dude from New York that I could relate to as a dude from Atlanta, Georgia. A dude, and I'm a dude, and we can kick back and relax. The slumber party thing. The lady already said it. But let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, I think bro was right. I think a lot of what he said was right. I think this shit is kind of burnt out, bro. I've been saying this for a while, bro. Like, people just need to bring back the fucking core of this shit. Which is why I'm excited Bruce is coming back. And, like, if Soluminati comes back, you know how many people are going to rally behind that entire lane of content? This shit just needs to come back to its core. And it just... Everybody just wants... Everybody should try to be a streamer. They shouldn't try to be Kai. That's it.